Welcome back, everyone, to Jake and Jake and I am Jake Up.
And I'm Jake Down. Syndrome.
Yeah. Alright, so here's our first review. It is for Need for Speed. Need for Speed stars Aaron Paul, Jesse Pinkman himself, and he has moved on from meth, and now he's on to speed.
And not the drug.
Are you sure? Well, anyway, you know what this movie showed me? It shows, like, if Hollywood can make a movie about a racing game, why don't we have a Mario Kart movie?
That's one, a good point. Two, I think Luigi couldn't handle the pressure.
Mario! Alright, well,
And
anyway.
they're shrooms, so I mean, let's just continue the drug cartel while we're at it.
This movie, Aaron Paul, he's on a path of revenge to Dominic Cooper's character. He is, really what the movie is just a bunch of car chases, to be honest with you.
It really is. I mean, for me being the car junkie of the
He does
the
know a
two-
lot about cars, guys, so, like, listen to what he says.
Yeah, I mean, for taking 4 years of auto shop and being like mediocre at just about everything else, this is like my life right now. So, I did like enjoy all the car chase. For a car guy, those moments will explode, be pretty awesome. There are some really like things obviously that can't happen, but for being a car dude, what really made it nice is that the soundtracks of the vehicles that they're in are almost all the time the same as what they are. So, you know, a Mustang doesn't sound like a 2J Toyota Supra, and the Agera R doesn't sound like some V12 because it has a V8 twin turbo in it out of a Saab.
Alright, Jake, now you're getting over our heads, okay?
Okay, now let's get back to the movie position.
Alright. Well, now this movie did receive a lot of hate from critics. I didn't really go into it expecting the best, but you know what? It was actually better than we thought it was. It wasn't great, but you know, it wasn't bad. Aaron Paul was pretty good, and everyone else was solid. I mean, the acting, like, bad. Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi actually surprised me.
Like, I thought he was gonna be terrible, and he wasn't bad. There was the scene, the after credit scene, honestly, with Kid Cudi is awkward.
Yeah, he went to twerk.
It was weird.
Imogen Poots, the chick in the movie, I honestly think she didn't do a bad job. I thought she was pretty witty and funny for what she was. Aaron Paul didn't do a bad job. He kind of has this half Batman voice, I kind of noticed. It's kind of funny, and like I'm just used to him being the, you know, meth head.
Overall, the movie was pretty entertaining. I mean, it is definitely one of those movies that is like a guilty pleasure for some people because it is entertaining. But I mean, yeah. The one big problem that I have with this movie though, is that it's too long.
It's definitely too long.
It's 2:20, and I felt like it could have been 2 hours or even less. I mean, there's big portions where they could have been cut out and it really wouldn't have changed at all.
It definitely need to be cut down and really just kept to the essentials.
Yeah.
I mean, loud, obnoxious cars, cute girl, good guy wins in the end. I think it was trying to battle out the Fast and the Furious, and some things were kind of drastically overdone, like jumping. I don't want to spoil, but like in every crazy car movie, there's always crazy jumps and stuff. So I guess I thought, oh, maybe they're gonna try to make it realistic. But look at the name; it's named after a video game. So
And that's kind of what killed it to me, because the last chase, you feel like, oh, this needs to mean something, this needs to be cool. It's kind of what we saw before through the whole movie. I mean, there was plenty of chases, and this last one, it didn't really mean anything extra. You kind of figured what was going to happen before you actually saw it.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, and then they just kind of got into a little bit too cheesy for me. I mean, Michael Keaton was pretty solid, but it's just every word that came out of his mouth was like, okay, this is awkward here.
and the protagonist-antagonist deal, I can't say it came out straight out of a book. It wasn't the strongest, like you said. I mean, there was definitely this feud, but it was more of a subtle rivalry to me with some words said.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed a little forced, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It is a movie that I would say don't see in theaters, but I mean, it's something that if you see at home, it's not a bad watch. Not a bad watch. It's definitely not going to be an Oscar movie or anything like that. It's just there to entertain you. That's all it's meant for. The director of the movie, he's a very big fan of those old car chase movies, you know, like Bullet, and he said he wanted to make something that was just like that. And it was kind of cool. You could see that he was very passionate about it, but it just kind of came off a little over the top. And even though I liked the movie, it just felt like, you know what? This could have been. It had the potential of being a lot better. But what would you give it overall?
I agree with all of that. I'm glad what the director had in mind just didn't completely get across, so I gave it a C+ because it was exciting and It had some key elements that kind of fell through in a lot of the plot points and character development.
Yeah, there is one plot point towards the beginning that I thought was actually they executed it pretty well. But besides from that, I mean, it's just I give it a C plus. Also, it's an average film. You know, it's Is it worth seeing? Not in theaters, but if you want to check it out at home, it's an okay watch. It's not that bad. I found the film better than I thought it would be, but overall, just
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching our review. Check us out next time. Our next review should be Noah.
Like us, subscribe. I'm Jake.
I'm Jacob, and this is Jake and Jake at Night.
At night.
See you guys.